The world stood in awe as we all saw what happened at the Oscars with Will Smith and Chris Rock. Very shocking, unbelievable event. Crazy. It's just amazing. Very quickly, we're going to say something about it today. What triggers my mind is the fact that Will Smith laughed first, looking at Chris Rock after his comment about G.I. Jane, which I don't find absolutely crazy. All he said was, Jada, I love you. You've all watched the video. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2, which is a beautiful movie, great movie about a lady that worked very hard to become a Navy SEAL. And that fits the profile of Jada Pinkett Smith with her new looks. Chris Rock is a comedian. We all know that. He's a player. In a great event like this one, which is the Oscars, I think it's just normal that he makes comments, especially when you go and sit in the front row. What do you expect? We all know what happens when you go to a comedian event where you sit in the front row. They're going to talk about you. Doesn't matter who you are, they're going to make it. I mean, that comes with the sayings. What's completely shocking to me is the reactions of people on the internet and all over the place, especially in the room where things happened. People applauded Will Smith for harassing and aggressing Chris Rock for making that comment. I find it absolutely hypocritical in a cinematic area.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow! Wow!
The bottom line is, what is Will Smith doing? I think he's doing career suicide through a lady, through a woman he chose to be his wife. We all know the past of Jada Pinkett Smith. For those of us who don't know, Jada Pinkett Smith used to date Tupac, and Tupac was the male figure for Jada at the time. She grew up without a father, and Tupac was both like a father figure, a brother, and at the same time, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, entanglement, sort of entanglement. So Tupac was the man. Tupac was the kind of man she really wanted to be with. And unfortunately, she tried to make Will Smith become Tupac. And Will Smith, unfortunately, will never be Tupac. So what's crazy in this place is that Will Smith said, keep your F mouth out of my woman's life. 2 times he repeated that. Now what shocks me is the fact that they didn't blur it. The production company didn't mute the sounds of cursing, which is absolutely crazy. I just feel like people are encouraging the black on black crime. I mean, when last did you see a white man go and slap another white man on such a great stage of the Oscars? You never see that. That was supposed to be Will Smith's night, a night of glory. We all know how hard it takes to reach that level. Not every actor get the opportunity to earn an Oscar. And that was a great night for Will. And she messed it up for him. Look at him after the joke. He was laughing. Then he looked at her and she sent the signals saying, you need to bombard him. She sent the command. That's when Will changed completely. I would have understood again, if he had reacted immediately to the comment of Chris Rock. I would have understood if he had reacted to the comment of Chris Rock immediately. That would have made sense. You don't talk about my wife in this way. I could understand that. But I cannot comprehend the fact that he completely changed after his wife looked at him. It smells manipulation, gaslighting. You don't walk over a stage to go and slap a man off your size. That's not being a man. I see here a wounded man trying to prove not to the world, but to his wife that he is a man. I mean, how many of you would beat on a guy that's half your size? Not many. I know there's a lot of cowards, but not many will do that, right? I mean, what do you need as a trigger to get to a point where you would slap a guy half your size on a world stage in front of everybody? Must be very deep wound. That lady is not a saint. We know that. She's a bit of a crazy woman. She knows very well how to pretend. She's dated numerous people within a marriage, while being in marriage. She's been with Mark Anthony, the ex-husband of Jennifer Lopez. She's been with August Alsina, one of her son's friends, talking about absurd stories. Your son brings a friend and you end up sleeping with him. Not one time, but numerous times. And saying it's one of the deepest relationships you've ever had. And having the courage, the guts to talk about it in public. I just find it very humiliating. I think Will Smith in this stage needs help, really. He's a great actor, a good guy. It's just very unfortunate. And that's why I say sometimes you don't just need to be a good man to have a good woman. Sometimes you treat a woman as good as you possibly can. She's just not the one. Women have a lot of power. They can build you up to a level you've never been before. They can also do the contrary, the exact opposite. Take you from the highest level of life and bring you down to nothing. And this is exactly what's happening to Will. I'm not saying you shouldn't defend your woman. That's very important as a man that you do. You've got to defend your wife, your girl. It's very important. That's manhood. That's masculinity. That's part of your responsibility. However, you got to do it when she's in danger. You've got to do it when she's threatened. Our question is very simple. Was Jada threatened? Absolutely not. Was she in danger? No, she was not. Okay, she was losing hair. Was she 4th degree cancer? Absolutely not. These are things that can be looked after. A lot of men go through different stages of losing hair. Nobody makes a fuss about it. So I just feel like this needs to be looked at in a different perspective. This great man, unfortunately, is going through a very, very difficult time in his life where he needs help. Thank you very much again. I really appreciate it. I mean, this is not part of the things we do, but as a lot of people asked, we felt that it was important that you bring in some 2 cents in the story. It's good to be a good man. It's good to treat a lady like a lady. It's very good to defend your woman. But don't lose your mind, especially when you're dealing with a toxic person, a narcissistic person who's just trying to be the center of everything and stealing the limelight from you. Will Smith is a great actor. Unfortunately, he's the only person that can really help himself. My 2 cents is that Will should have spoken to his friend. I think people would have really respected him if he had said it out loud, saying, Chris Rock, I do not appreciate you making jokes about my wife. With all due respect. Without necessarily walking up stage and punching him in the face. I think that would be more honorable, more respectful, more respectable. And I think what even drowns him even more is the fact that Chris Rock chooses not to press charges against him. It means, I understand you. You are sick. You're going through difficult times. You're bad. So I'm not pressing charges. Would it be a next person he would have gone for the killing? A good 200 millions for damage, and hurtfulness and public humiliation. You don't go to a place like that with comedians and expect to be spared, sitting front row. You're not going to be spared. I don't think Chris Rock made any drastic comment. That's worth being slapped in the face in public. Thank you very much.